Amanda here from createyourfuture.co. So today I have Melissa joining me. Hello, Melissa.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Amanda.
I'm so glad you could be here, guys. We have an awesome video of how to get in constant communication with your SP. So this video is for anybody that's not getting the communication that they want regularly or is even being blocked. Or if you are getting communication, but you would just like to change how that communication is happening, this video is definitely for you. And guys, you know what? Got a special announcement. Today is the last day that you can get 50% off of coaching with Melissa. Okay, she's booking up fast, but today you can book the session today and for a future session. Okay, so it just has to be booked before the end of the day today. So definitely do that, and you can book it for next week or whatever. It's fine as long as it's booked by today because the price goes up in our system. Guys, also, you know what? Everybody loves something for free. So we are giving away a course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything fast. I created the course. The link is in the description below. It's totally free. The feedback has been phenomenal about it. I'm like, of course I know it's a good course. I made it. And I put a lot of effort into it. So because we do really, really want to help you guys here, and we are here for you. That's why we give away so much free content. And speaking of free content, at the end of this video, Melissa is actually going to share some of her affirmations from her affirmation course called Affirmations for Communication, Attention, and Affection from Anyone. Okay, so she's going to share some of the affirmations from that course for you guys at the end of the video. So yeah, so we got a success story. I'm excited to hear it, Melissa.
Oh, yes. Okay, so thank you for that lovely intro. So let's talk about getting communication from someone. And a specific person can be an ex, girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, family member, anybody that is a specific person to you. So my success story is a specific person that was a best friend. We got in a huge fight. We were both super mad at each other. We stopped talking for, I want to say, about 3 months. And I just was mad, and I was living in that story of she said this, she did this, all this happened, right? Well, after a while, I decided I didn't want to be mad anymore. I started to feel better. And so I started to affirm, you know what? She misses me so much. She knows what a great friend I am. She loves talking to me. She misses hearing about my day. She misses hearing my voice. She really wants to talk to me all the time. She's totally going to reach out. And there was a holiday coming up. So I even had, you could put this as manifesting in a time limit or on a time crunch, right? So New Year's was coming up. I decided, okay, I'm going to hear from her on New Year's. I'm going to get a message from her on New Year's wishing me Happy New Year's, because she always does that. She's that person. And, I was changing my story. So New Year's Eve came and went, and I did not hear from her, but I chose to stick to my story and persist. And I just kept telling myself, you know what? She misses me. I'm going to hear from her. She knows what a great friend I am over all these years. I know she's going to reach out. I know I'm going to talk to her. And the next day, which is New Year's Day, after at least 3 months of zero communication, I got a text message from her that was a novel. And it was the most beautiful thing she's ever said to me. It was an apology for everything that happened with our fight and us not talking. And it was her telling me how much she missed me. And she hoped I would forgive her and wanted to talk again. And if that is not proof that everyone is you pushed out and your beliefs and assumptions create what you experience, I don't know what is. So it was instant, the minute that once I believed my new story, boom, there's my communication. It was like nothing ever happened. Our friendship continued on, beautiful ever since.
Exactly. You know what? And I love what you just said there. So that once you believed your news story. So I know in the past that I've said you don't have to believe your affirmations and intentions. And it's true. You don't need to believe them. Not at first. You just need to say them. And then as you keep saying them, the more you say them, you will start to believe them. And the moment that there's some sort of belief of truth, that's when your subconscious is going to engage and poof, going to make the magic and have that show up in your reality, right? And it also helps too. But one thing you absolutely do have to believe is that you do create. You do have to believe something about it. So if you are going to change somebody, you have to believe that they're able to be changed, because the whole thought of, I don't think people can change, and then trying to intend someone changes are going to conflict, right? So, you don't have to, most of the time, I don't believe my affirmations and intentions when I first start them. But then when they show up, that's because I started to believe them because I said them so much, right?
Yeah, and that's a good point what you said about people changing. So one thing I really like doing in relation to people changing is I will tell myself it's absolutely possible for anyone to change their mind about this. It's absolutely possible for anyone to change this, about them. It's absolutely possible that they could change. And that opens the door to start believing in a new story and your new affirmations.
Exactly. And this is probably getting a little bit off of the topic, but the way you can create a belief is just say, I believe this. Just by saying that, you've actually called in that belief into yourself. So, the things aren't really that hard to change. You just have to, put the language there that you want to build that framework, right? So I say, I believe anyone can change. And then automatically I feel like anybody can change. If I say, I don't think anyone can change, I felt it right there. I felt it. I was like, no, I believe anyone can change. I'm going to clean that up right now. So you're not going down that road for the rest of the week, right?
Yeah, use your emotions too. If something doesn't feel good when you say it, it's probably because you don't really want it to be created. You don't resonate with it. So decide something different is true.
Exactly. So one of the major things, though, to creating the constant communication, right, is to start to create, what does that look like? I kind of have conversations. I'm like, you know what? I'm like, so-and-so is going to call me and they're going to say this and I'm going to say that. You know what I mean? Create what the conversations are going to be. And if you are like waiting to manifest the text, never give up on it. I hear so much people is like, well, I texted him and he didn't text me back. And my answer always is when did you decide to give up? When did you decide that they weren't going to text you back? Because ultimately you're the only person in control of whether they text you back or not, right?
Right. And that's such a big, awesome point there, is looking at circumstances and making them work in your favor instead of deciding that you can't have what you want because you don't see it in this exact moment. Instead of deciding, saying I texted them and they never text me back, so I'm never going to hear from them again. Choose something different. Choose a better thought. Choose to decide that, they miss me. They want to talk to me. They're just busy right now. I know I'm going to hear from them as soon as they can reach out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And somebody, like how I've explained it in the past is, it's like your best friend or like your friend or your mom. Okay. You text them. If they don't text you back right away, you're not like, oh, they're ghosting me or, oh, they've rejected me. Like, you don't even think anything of it. You don't have those worries and doubts come up. And when they text you, and
Right.
so, that's the part, is to lose that worry and doubt, to like let go of that. And a really good way to let go of it that I do is I'm like, look at everyone's me pushed out and my thoughts create. So I know this is going to happen. And then I intend what I want. Right. So when you do send a text, right, you want to keep persisting. You send a text and you're like, they're going to answer me like right now. They're going to answer me anytime now. If they're working, then I would say, well, they're probably busy working, but they're going to text me on their break, or they're going to have a free second to text me. They always text me back. They always want to talk to me, right? Really create what the other person's thinking, because if you're not consciously doing it, you're sort of unconsciously doing it with your negative thoughts and feelings, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing that I really love to do about getting in communication is affirming, like, what are they thinking? What do they want to say to me? What is our conversation going to be? Whether you script it, think it. I think that is so incredibly important. And never label anything as ghosting. Like, if you didn't know the term ghosting, you can never be ghosted.
Right.
Right.
And that's just a thought. Somebody heard about ghosting and accepted it as true for their situation, and boom, that's what they got to experience.
Exactly. So, that's what we really want to focus on is, realizing that you're the creator of whether that person texts you back or not. And, don't block them. Don't stop texting them, because you want to come from the end that you guys talk all the time. So if you think about a friend or your mom or anybody that you text with constantly, do you ever sit there going, I'm not texting them until they text me? That's coming from rejection. That's coming from they don't want to be with me.
Right.
Because anyone you talk to regularly, you'd have no problem picking up the phone and being like, hey,
right.
how you
doing? Because you're deciding right there, I need proof from them that they love me by getting this text. I need proof from them that they want to talk to me by getting this text. But how this works is you have to believe it's true before it shows up. You get to experience what you are now, not what you want right now. So you have to be that person that already gets those texts. You have to feel that state of being,
Exactly, exactly. So, you want to change your story about your relationship with that person, that you guys talk all the time, that the texting is flows easily. Like, I know when I manifested texting with Andrew, I would text him every morning and I was always the first one, and he would rarely text me back. Like, it took him forever sometimes, and then every time I sent it with the intention that he's going to start texting me first every day, and he's going to start texting me more. And then sure enough, I got distracted at work, and then all of a sudden he was starting to text me every single morning before I even woke up. And he was starting to text me all day long because I let go of the worry, and I didn't hold back and go, no, I'm not doing it until he does it, because that's coming from, he doesn't want to be with me. I came from, this is what we have. He wants to hear from me every day. He loves it that somebody cares about him every single day. And in fact, because I do it, he's going to start doing it before me, because he knows that it feels good and he wants to show me that, that he cares, So you've got to, like Melissa said, already have that story about the person. So start creating it now, right?
Yeah. And also, that's a great point. Decide how it benefits that SP to reach out to you. It makes him feel good to talk to you every day. It makes him feel good to be the one pursuing you. Decide that's true about the person that you're trying to communicate with.
I love that. You know what? I don't do dishes or laundry or anything in my house. Andrew does it. And I intended that it makes him feel good, and he loves spoiling me. So, yeah, no, that's really, guys, so that's really what we're looking for here. What you're looking to do is to change that story. And, and again, the thought is, right, you say to yourself, if I had what I wanted right now, constant communication, would I be worried about texting this person first? No. Would I be blocking them? No. Right? What would my actions be? What would their thoughts be? What would my thoughts be? How are they going to feel? How am I going to feel? And base all of your actions off of that. And then if you think, oh, that's it, he's rejecting me, or he doesn't care, he's going to do this to prove it to me. Well, if you're coming from he doesn't care and he's going to prove it to me, then you're going to prove yourself right every time, and he's not going to text you. He doesn't care, she or whatever, right? You've got to be, like Melissa said, that person now, right?
Yeah, exactly. And start just assuming the best of other people too. That's a super helpful general affirmation. Just always assume that everyone is trying their best and wants to, nobody ever has any malicious intentions. If you come at it from assuming the best of everybody, you're always going to get the best back.
Exactly. So I am so excited for these affirmations that you have.
Yes. Okay. So
I'm excited to hear them.
A couple about communication. So these are just a few I really like. So SP is constantly reaching out throughout the day. SP can't imagine not talking to me every day. SP chooses to talk to me over anyone else. And SP always makes the effort to contact me. That's just a little
love it.
There,
I love it.
It just helps you to change your story. Like, this is why they're always reaching out to me. This is why.
Exactly. And they love to do it, and they love our conversations. And, I remember too, just a little side thing, when I was intending that Andrew would text me all the time, he started sending me CNN articles. So, and I personally at first didn't really like that, but I realized I didn't specify what I wanted to text me with every day. So,
here's a cool one. Here's a cool way to use that to our advantage, right? We're using every circumstance towards our advantage. He's just finding any excuse to try to talk to me because he loves talking to me so much. He's just finding any excuse.
Everyone's getting pushed out because that's exactly what I created at the time. And then later on, I realized he does it to everybody that he cares about, his daughter and everything. So I was like, but of course at the time I was a little bit disappointed that it wasn't these gushing, I love you messages. Right. But, and then I did shift it and change it. But yeah, Melissa's right. Use it to your advantage. Put it there's a text, and then, mold it into what you want as you go. Right. So, I intend everybody gets unblocked today. That's blocked. Okay.
Yes. And when you do, please comment below. We love to hear about it.
We want to hear about it. We love it. Part of our contest too. If you comment what you've manifested, let's give other people hope and inspiration, because, for some people it may not be hard to get unblocked, but for other people it may be the most difficult thing. So, by, commenting these things, we're sharing hope and inspiration that all these things are possible. So no matter what level you're at, we want to hear about it. So
yes.
Thank you so much for being here today, Melissa.
Thank you, Amanda. It's always fun chatting with you.
I know the videos are great. And guys, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.